Well, folks, I'm back with more on this great topic that we see unfolding. But before I talk about a few things from my previous videos, I want to mention something that I saw from one of the former producers of, or maybe is going to be the current, if there is ever going to be more, the Hunger Games producer. John Paul Rice, came out with a powerful YouTube video talking about human trafficking, child trafficking. I'm going to put a link on that. And we know under the Trump administration, they were pretty aggressive in rooting out a lot of these networks all over the world. People being enslaved into these hands of these people that would use them for whatever they want to do. And it's in Hollywood, which he talks about. So check out John Paul Rice's video. I won't even go into detail about it. And following up on what Charlie Ward was saying about the money system being linked on the global reset agenda through COVID. This is what's happening. The lockdowns are still happening. Trudeau's using this in our country, Canada, to further alienate and weaken the middle class. And, you know, it's empowering the wealthy. A lot of the things that we formerly used to be able to do, we have to buy online or go to these big box stores. And it depends on the province, obviously. But we've got to resist this whole lockdown agenda. Not saying that COVID is not real, but I had a refreshing chat with a lady who actually came up to me in a drugstore and said, man, the common sense of this issue is when, you know, Trudeau's banning flights from Mexico and the Caribbean, and you have to do all these, you know, quarantine things. You can't just take a test, right? You gotta wait for so long to get a test results reviewed. I mean, come on. It's been a year. We can't get our tests done that fast. There's a system. Are the tests actually working properly? On and on. You know, it's just amazing how poor this whole thing is, and this government is using the situation. And it's tragic. It's affecting all our lives. I had a picture of this lady in a church building being covered up with water. And I really felt that it was tragic in one way, that buildings were closed so people can't worship, get together. They may be secretly, maybe not, online. But stopping people from getting together, you know, that's amazingly sad and tragic. And we got to fight back against this, where we're not seeing people dropping like flies. Again, I keep saying this. There's cases up, but, you know, are the deaths happening? Maybe, you know, tragically, yeah. But is this such a thing that it's warranting the complete lockdowns that some provinces now have gone back into, like Ontario? It's just amazing, you know. And the journalists have really let us down. Really, they haven't probed. A lot of the media companies are all tied to the one network that is pressured to say certain editorial things, you know. Maybe there's less than a dozen in the States that are all controlled by the same companies, bigger billionaires, and you know, and it's just tragic. And we're still fighting this out here in January. And we see now Trump has aligned himself with Florida and now started an office. We're still waiting on the military right now, what they're going to be doing. And they've kept the Biden administration at bay, but for how long? There's been reports coming out that they're in control of the government in the States, and they're waiting for an opportunity. As we we know that the fraud in elections is being investigated still. If you can't have fair, free, fraud elections, what's the point of having a voting system then? It's just diabolical. So we got to stand the fight as the church, looking for ways to go on to different media and platforms and discuss this stuff, not be censored like Facebook and Google. And that's why I wanted to plug in for different operating systems. Leave your Windows platform and go into a different platform on your laptops, like Ubuntu. It's free. I've been experimenting with it. Move to different platforms. Go to Gab. Parler's still licking its wounds after being assaulted financially by these, Amazon empire people to shut them down. But we're going to see what's going to go on, and we can all do our bit to go out and change our way of doing things on the internet. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't own the internet. There's other sites we could build or join, and that is to get our message out, not to always have censorship. That's the basis of our society in Canada and the States, and wherever you may be. So let's keep holding on to the fort that the Lord has told us to build, of righteousness, exposing wickedness, and just keeping ourselves refreshed in the river of God. It's Sunday here. I'm putting this just brief message out. But check out that video that I posted on this video about Rice and his thing about human trafficking, child trafficking in Hollywood. And, let's stand against that. So have a great day, and send me anything that is interest for you for topics going forward. I'm going to maybe mix it up on my next one. Have some presentations, maybe some pictures and videos to show. But let's keep fighting the good fight, doing the good things, and keeping ourselves in the presence of the Lord, and supporting independent media that's built on truth. Ciao.